So here now, for your viewing enjoyment, is the Russell Brown patented color conversion to black and white technique never seen before by human eyes. This is how it starts. I have a single layered file, as you can see here. I'm going to go to the base of the layers palette. Targeting this icon at the base, create new fill or adjustment layer. I'm going to click and hold and move to hue and saturation. So I'm generating a new adjustment layer, and in this case, a hue and saturation layer. This first layer, we are going to make no adjustments. That's right, no adjustments. We're merely going to select OK. However, we're going to change the mode of this adjustment layer. Here, at the top of the layers palette, selecting the word normal, clicking and holding, and going down to color. By selecting color, I will be able to adjust the hue and saturation together for this layer, as we will see as this story unfolds. That's step number 1. Step number 2, we're going to create a second adjustment layer. And once again, I'm going to click and hold and select hue and saturation. But this second one will be set to a saturation of -100. Things are starting to unfold. I'm going to click OK. So, just to make this a little more clear so even I can understand what's happening, I'm going to rename these layers. I'm going to go to the Layer menu, down to Layer Properties. And I'm going to enter in a new name. The topmost layer we're going to call the Film. This layer is going to represent the black and white film as if we were photographing the real world with film. I'm going to click OK. This next layer, which lies between the film and the real world in this case, is our color image. The layer between the film and the real world, we're going to call the filter. That's right. This will be the filter that we put in front of the camera, which will balance the gray shades that will appear on our film. So again, let's change this name to Filter and click OK. So now we have our film, our filter, and our background. Let's review what's going on here. The topmost layer is a hue and saturation adjustment layer set to a -100, which is making our image currently look black and white. The filter layer here in the center is also a hue and saturation adjustment, but there are no adjustments made at this time. So now is when the fun starts. I'm going to double click here on the middle layer we're calling the filter. It brings up my hue and saturation dialog box. Watch this. As I adjust the hue, I am going to be able to interactively change the way the values in my original color image are translated to my black and white film. Wow! So if I move the slider to the left, it's changing the colors of the image before they hit the black and white film, thus giving me the ability to give more or less emphasis to the variety of colors within the image. And by giving that emphasis, the colors are converted to grayscale in a different way. Now, there's more. Not only do we have control over a hue to give us a variety of gray shades, we can then also adjust saturation. By adjusting this value for the particular point, we can give even more emphasis for that position on the wheel of color. You're saying to yourself, that's pretty good. I'm amazed. But here's something even more amazing. You can also target particular colors within the image and say, I want the reds to be a little bit lighter. You're saying to yourself, no, Russ, no, that is not possible. But yes, it is. Here, by clicking the word master, and instead of selecting master, we're going to select the reds. So now watch here in the image my red values as represented in this portion of the color wheel. I am now able to adjust the reds of this image without adjusting the yellows, magentas, greens, cyans, and blues. That is amazing. Thus, I could make a red rose in this bouquet seem darker or lighter as compared to the other values. You're saying, Russ, this is incredible. Could there even be more? Of course there's more. You can continue through and select the yellows, greens, cyans, blues, and magentas and isolate those values and enhance those in the same way. But here is something that really throws us over the edge. If you want to enhance the reds, yellows, and magentas, it's easy. To expand the range of colors that the conversion is tweaking, you can either move these sliders here at the base of the hue and saturation dialog box, or simply select your eyedropper. In this case, I'm selecting the eyedropper with the plus on it because I want to add yellows and add magentas. As you can see here, I'm clicking on the screen. So now those two shades have been added, as you can see here at the base, to the shades that will be altered as I move the hue and saturation adjustments. So even more control than you even thought was possible. Then, by clicking OK, we can take a look at our finished product. But wait, there's one more thing I forgot to tell you. You of course know that this is a non-destructive technique because we're using adjustment layers. If I merely double-click on this filter adjustment layer once again, I can bring up the dialog and make additional changes. That's right. Then we would click OK, and to finish this project, I'd click here in my Layers palette, and I'd go down to Flatten Image and finish this image all off with a finished, compact, simple black and white image ready to print or transfer around the world.